DJI has just dropped the action camera onto the market. Let's take a deep dive. The mighty Thanos will be doing the honors of opening this package. Let's see what we got. Shipping information. Let's do it this way. Alright, shipping information don't need. And here it goes. The DJI Osmo Action. Alright, spec chases. Let's run through the specs real fast. You got your dual screens, which is one of the main reasons why I purchased this. You got your 4K HDR, which I don't believe RockSteady works with it. You got your your electric image stabilization with 4K. That's a RockSteady right there. You got your 4K 60, and you got your 11 meters of waterproof. You got your app stores and your Google Play. So let's get it open. Let's make action. Satisfying sound. Got your poison. Nothing else there. Put it over to the side. Let's see what we got. One of the craziest things with action cams, it doesn't come with much accessories. Let's see if this one disappoints or do it, give us something to hope for in the future. Competition is always good for the market, so maybe if DJI, put some more stuff in their boxes, GoPro and Sony will do the same, and maybe the Yi Light and other places. So let's see what we got here. Looks like a charging cable. I hope this is USB-C. All right, you got your USB-C. Got that. This is interesting. It's trolling me right now. Okay, it's the battery. That's interesting. Looks like we'll get back to it. Got two mounts. This will be very useful on my bike. Logos everywhere. Let's get these out of the way. See what we got here. We got your Osmo Action manual. Don't really need it right now. Need that. Oh, look at it. Looks good. Let's get the case off. Let's get it out. Actually, gotta say about this case, it's pretty nice. One thing with other cases, they're not as snug and the fit isn't as good. This is really good. Loving it. All right, so that's the battery. That's, like I said, it's interesting that the battery door is also attached to the battery itself. So let's get that in. Let's peel it off. It's always a nice feeling. Your camera lens. Now I did read that DJI has put out an firmware update to this, so before we get into it, we're gonna do the firmware update, then get back to it. All right? Actually, let's take a quick look. Oh, that was quick. Nice power button. All right, so you got your power button right here. Your record button, your power button here. Look like you got a microphone right here. You got a LED right here. Let's see. What's this right here? Slide it open. You got your USB-C and your SD card. And you got your quick shot or quick select buttons right here. You got your battery door lock right here and your speakers right here. There go the other microphone. I wish there was 3, but there's only 2. GoPro comes with 3 for better audio, as y'all will see on the GoPro 7, which was dropped earlier this year. All right, so let's download the app. And let's take a quick look through the OS and find a few features that we may find useful. All right, so when we swipe to the left, you have your switch from photo to video. You switch to video, you see that you do have your white balance up top right here. You will also have your colors if you want normal or DC Cinelink or that normal look. Let's go back to it again. Cinematic, normal. I like cinematic, so we're gonna keep it on that. You have your D-Warp. Right now it's turned on, so that's your image when it's turned on. Swipe back over, go back to video. Wish there was a faster way to get to this. You turn it off, and then that's your image when it's turned off. All right, let's turn it back on real quick. Do like it when it's on. All right, and next you will have, the format from MP4 to movie. Let's keep it on MP4, and let's go back up to cameras. On cameras, you do have your auto and then you have your manual settings, so you could do your ISO, your white balance, and everything. Shutter speed. All right, so let's swipe over to the right. This is where you find your files that you have already recorded. I've done a few test videos so far, but then let's take it back. All right, so let's swipe down, and this is where you find your custom settings. This is where you brighten your screen. This is where you want to lock the screen. Let's unlock that thing while swiping up. Let's go back down to the settings. This is your auto rotate up or down, as you can see. All right, let's turn that back to normal. All right, now this is your spot metering. Right now it is enabled. Let's disable it back. Right now it's disabled, sorry, and it was enabled before. Voice control is on right now, as you can see. So let's say if I say start recording, it'll automatically start recording, as you can see, and stop recording. Stop recording, save into the SD card. All right, now let's swipe back down, and let's go here. This is your settings, so this is where you can change your voice control. Your command list is actually here for everything. So you got your start recording, stop recording, take photos, switch screens, and shut down. And it just switch screens. And when I say switch screens, it said you got your front screen right here, which is one of the main reasons why I purchased this item. Switch screens, and it switch back. Now to also switch screens, you could, with both fingers, you could double tap, get the logo, and it has switch screens as well. Let's get back to it. All right, so now let's swipe up. Now this is where for everyone that wants to change their settings, you have, let's go to the beginning. So you have your 4K 4:3. In this mode, you do not have RockSteady on. As you can see in the top right, the RockSteady is crossed out, so that means RockSteady is off. You have your 30 frames, your 25, and your 24. Let's go over to 4K, and RockSteady's on. If the logo is blue, RockSteady will be on. So you start with your 24, your 25, your 30, your 40, your 50, and your 60. Now, when you go over to 2.7K on a 4:3, your RockSteady is still on as well. Then you have your 24, your 25, and your 30. Now let's go by 2.7. Let's go to 2.7K. So you got your 24s, the usual suspects down here. RockSteady is still on. Let's go to 1080p. Let's start from the bottom. You start with 24, and you go all the way up. Now, once you hit 100 frames per second, that means your RockSteady is off. So let's go back to switch 60, RockSteady on, 100 off. 240, RockSteady off. Now let's go to 720p, and RockSteady is off as well. 720p, I don't get it, why is it off? But hey, I'm not a developer. 1080p at 240, it should be on as well, especially for those who want to shoot in slow motion. But let's keep going. All right, We have got through all the resolutions. All right, so let's check out one of my favorite features so far on the DJI Osmo, apart from the front face of the camera that sets it apart from its competitors, and that would be the quick shot or quick switch button found on the left side of the camera. Now, when you press it once, you got your video, you got your HDR, you got your slow motion, and you have the timers. But also, apart from these, you will also have the option to customize it however you like. So you could have your burst mode, you have your time videos, your time lapse, your slow motion, all at your fingertips. Now let's go back. Now let's go through each one. Video. When you switch to video, you would see exactly what you get here. You get your 4K for about 3 or 30 frames per second. Let's go back to HDR video. You get an HDR video at 4K 24 frames per second. You go to slow motion, you're getting it at, if I could get to it, you're getting 1080p at 8 times slowed down. And when you go back to time lapse, now you're getting 4K at a 2-second interval. 2-second intervals are great. You can also change that up whenever you want by swiping up. Same thing for all the other features. You can change your intervals at the top, infinity duration, or you can go from 5 minutes all the way up to 5 hours.